Targeted citizen.
The high gear attacking me. They have turned these weapons up so freaking hard I ain't been able to hardly walk.
This is my left eyeball. Here's the corner of my eye, comes up to here, lashes, comes up to here and here.
They're trying to zap it out as I record it.
Right before your eyes, that's the drone.
I turned my phone because see they've cut back on their resources now. If I go and travel outside of my house, they gotta spend more jet fuel. Hey, you guys, targeted citizen here. What you see, there's a Chevy van, kind of like mine, and the trailer hooked up. What you don't realize is this van, from what I've seen from my front porch, has been sitting here waiting for me to get here before he started pumping a complete full tank of gas.
Okay.
What does that mean? That means he is trying to delay and obstruct me. Chevy van like mine, knowing I'm going to haul a trailer this morning. That was the plan. Hey, get a guy with a Chevy van, white Chevy van, almost matches mine, really. Get him, and they love throwing the Mexicans at me. They love that because for some reason they think I'm a racist because I say the word Mexican. But they have this person up here waiting for me. He did not. He stood here beside the gas pump for 5 minutes before I got here. Stood beside the gas pump. Okay. As soon as I pull in the parking lot, he acts like he's getting ready to pump the gas, and then he says, "Oh, golly gee, I forgot to pay."
Okay.
So then he goes inside and pays for gas, and then comes outside and pumps the whole tank. Now, what's strange about that? It isn't strange to anyone else except a targeted individual who recognizes it. What am I doing this morning with my trailer? I found a complete. Now, see all them piling up. As I said again, my road's not a busy place. Well, it is now since I live here. So, you would think, me trying to be the good husband, trying to build a decent home for the person I'm with, you would think they'd want to be involved. You would think that they'd want to, not even if they didn't want to be involved, but, everybody wants a nice house. Everybody does, so I'm building a nice house.
So at this point, you have abandoned the houseboat idea?
That's what I want to do. Do I need a nice house? No, I don't. I could build a 12 by 20 right now, save half my money, and I could be on the water in a matter of 2 weeks.
Oh, how dare you say that? She goes out and she works. Rah, rah, rah. First of all,
You're stupid.
She has done more to hurt me than anybody has ever done to help me. Yeah. I could have moved out of here. I had the money 2 years ago to get out of this
Continue for 1.5 miles.
and move to a safe place away from here. But her decision kept us here. She threw about $50,000 of my money on a whole bunch of nothing. But, you can't say that. People are like, "Oh, you're lazy. Why don't you get a job?"
That was legitness.
I'm going to start by saying I'm disabled, but I still work. I'm still out every day. The past 2 weeks, I've cleared about $4,700. How much did you make? That's from hustling, willing, and dealing. Doing what I'm good at. Buying vehicles and fixing them up. But that ain't considered a job unless you go and you make minimum wage at Burger World, I guess, for most of the chat. Well, I'm a truck driver.
I'm willing to bet whatever you want to bet you couldn't hold down the job of a truck driver. I don't think you could ever be as reliable as a truck driver. I don't think you could navigate the situational awareness it takes to be a truck driver. And nor do I think you could back up that load where it needs to go. So I don't know what you're talking about with truck drivers and whatnot. Boy, you couldn't be
One if you tried.
And I've got a lot of truck driver buddies, and truck drivers make the world go round, but let me tell you this much. The next dumbest job to a truck driver is a freaking cop.
Says the guy who ain't got the stones or education to be either. I mean, do you know how stupid you sound? I bet your buddy ever hear this video, he wouldn't be your buddy no more. You don't know what you're talking about. You ain't got a clue. The cheese done fell off your cracker. This is your actual thinking. Let me tell you something.
Are there intelligent cops? Yeah. Are there intelligent truck drivers? Yeah. Majority? Hey.
Says the guy who believes that drones are following him. Says the guy who believes that the FBI sneaks in his crawl space and sabotages his ductwork. Says the guy who believes that marble ball bearings just come shooting out of nowhere. Says the guy that thinks he's a targeted citizen. What a joke of a man you are.
Not at all. So, with input from the other half, I asked to say, hey, you like these cabinets? Oh, yeah, they're pretty. Because still to this point, she still doesn't believe I'm going to do this. I don't know what else could be more obvious than to know that's what I'm doing. Every penny that is in my pocket goes to building this house or getting me to build this house.
What about the family's needs? Remember all them shoes that are busted up? What about buying clothes for the boy? What about food? What about the electricity? What about that phone bill? That phone you using? Huh? You're talking nonsense.
Providing the way for me to build this house. Every cent that I have, that I make, that I find, goes into building.
Well, then that makes you a deadbeat dad. If you're willing to hoard all that money and not spend it on your family or your bills or whatnot, I dare even call you a man.
Quarter mile, turn
I'm
left
trying
on
to
9th Avenue Northwest.
I'm trying to make a home for her. Someone who doesn't even care or appreciate it. Where is she, you would ask? In the bed. That's all she does. Sleep.
How dare that woman want to sleep during the day when she works all night? The nerve of her.
This is for the targeted individuals. You got to decide what your choices are. Is the person in your life hurting you worse? Because there are honeypots.
In a quarter mile, use the left.
There are those who are easily manipulated and mind controlled. But if those people really cared, you would be able to see their thought pattern and fight back against alienating you.
My old lady ain't buying the BS no more.
I don't want to get a job.
Mind control is real. It happens everywhere. But it's a thin line to decide, are they being mind controlled or are they a perp? And some of the things that's happened to me in this relationship, many have said, is she a perp? I guess I still see the best in people.
The woman that you have spent how many years with and let blow through $50-some thousand and building a home and all this stuff, that's a pretty long scam, huh? I mean, talk about playing the long game.
I still try. Targeted individuals out there know what I'm saying. You know I'm real. You know this is happening. So the people in the comments, and I'm very close to just shutting down the comments.
Why half-step it? Delete the channel. Get gone.
Just being done with it. I don't need that stress. I don't need that drama. I'm just going to keep documenting my life because from what I hear and understand from many other people that I actually do talk to, a lot of the people in here that claim to be targeted individuals are going in the background kissing and then going to other people saying, oh, I don't think he's real. Don't donate no money to him. I really don't think so. Of course, they're doing that hoping that somebody else will donate to them. not realizing that they're perps themselves. That's the problem with the community and why this will never be decriminalized or never be criminalized because there's so many fakes and frauds. Who do you believe? When all I need to do is just escape to the water. That's all I gotta do. All I gotta do is just go to the water. Okay, that's all I gotta do. I don't need fancy cabinets. I don't need a fancy tub. I don't need nothing.
Translation!
I don't need my family. I'm about to abandon them.
Once you've had it all and had it all stolen, then it doesn't take much at all to keep you content. As long as I've got my Bible and food in my stomach, I can survive anywhere I have to. I am tired of doing everything alone. If I'm going to do everything alone and have somebody hinder me, why not be away from that person and find somebody to love? Somebody that wants to be loved.
There's never an excuse for a man to abandon his family. And I'm not going to sit here and give relationship advice or any none of that other stuff. They were happily married for a month. Unfortunately, they were married for 10 years.
Because this program, I'm telling you this program will suck the love your mate has for you out of their bodies. It will diminish their caring for you. Every day, just an implanted thought. Every day, V2K. Every day to turn them slowly against you until one day you wake up and you don't even recognize the person you're laying beside. In my house, it's her way or the highway. Whatever she wants to do. If the phone rings and it's her mom and daddy or one of her friends an hour from home, she'll jump up and run faster than goddamn Roscoe Pico train chasing the Dukes of Hazzard. But if it's me asking her to come out in the yard and look at something, look at doors and windows I bought for her to make her happy, she ain't got time for that. The one I'm stuck in. So I'm going an hour away from home. Remarkably, her tire didn't go flat again, which is strange. This is completely flat Saturday morning. But right now, she's laying in the bed, where she'll be until 2:30 when she gets up to go to work.
Well, it seems she ain't got a choice. You're hoarding all the cash, right?
To make a little over minimum wage. When I had her a job making 60 grand a year, and she didn't want to take that.
So why didn't you?
Taking a management position at a Class A restaurant, didn't want to take that.
You know, I'm going to cut it here. Because guys like me would give anything to be able to perform at the same levels that we once did. To be able to get out there and just spend all day in the ceilings and running from lift to lift to lift and just hanging lights and running wire and pulling and being able to do. And you got guys like this that choose to do nothing, that choose to keep all their money from their family. Everything I do is for my family. Absolutely everything. I can't imagine, for the life of me, a scenario where I'd ever leave them behind to fend for themselves so I can take care of me. How stupid does that sound? Jesus loves you. So do I.